welcome back to my channel. Today we will set up my bullet journal spread for April. This month's theme is watermelons. As you can see, I also matched my nail polish with it. Anyway, I went for something simple and cute, and the reason behind is I got a lot of things going on for this month, and every time I have so much going on like that, I want my spreads to be as neat as possible. And of course, it's easier to do, so I will have more time to focus on my priorities. For the title page, it's super simple. I wrote April in a cute, simple, thick font, and if you're curious on what brushes I used Miniso Aquarelle brushes in green and pink for the whole spread. Then I just doodled some cute watermelon slices on the sides. Moving on to the other side, this is where I place my calendar layout. To keep it simple, I only do the horizontal lines of the calendar. On the bottom is where I write my goals for the month. Last month, I wrote gain 120 subs on YouTube. And thank you so much because from 108, we're now at 119. Although it took me 2 months to achieve this goal, I still cannot believe I will be able to achieve it this month. To those of you who's new to my channel, thank you so much. I appreciate all of you who like, comment, and share my videos. Moving on to the next one, the next spread is for my reflections and gratitude spread. I only wrote the title on each side and kept it simple since this spread needs more writing spaces. So far, I'm getting a grip on filling up my reflections and gratitude spread, but sometimes I miss some days and that's something I want to work on. But it really helped me process my thoughts and emotions. If you ever get overwhelmed, try writing your feelings down and reflect on yourself. Sometimes I just want to release my thoughts and emotions, and writing it saves me from judgment and uncalled for opinions from others. And it helps me understand myself more. Now we move on to my trackers page. For my habit tracker, I made a calendar layout. For the title, I alternated the green and pink markers and outlined it with a black pen. I loosely outlined the mini calendars and placed some drop shadows. I track a total of 8 habits, which are vitamin intake, exercising, skincare, soda or chip consumption, reading topics for boards, coffee intake, YouTube and Instagram. And I have an extra one if ever there's another habit I want. I also alternated the colors for the calendars and it turned out so cute, but still simple at the same time. Last month, I enjoyed filling in my trackers because they look super pretty, but I still miss some days. I'm still working on being consistent in And I don't want to force because I want it to be something I genuinely enjoy doing and not something I'm required to do. I hate being restricted on doing certain things. Speaking of which, let's move on to my intermittent fasting tracker. I'm still trying to get back to 16/8 fast, and I think I'm doing pretty okay. There were times that I ate outside my eating window, but that's okay. As I mentioned, I don't want to be required to do things, and for me to be able to succeed, I'm taking it slow until it becomes a lifestyle, which is more effective in the long run. Or I was able to do it for a month and was planning to adjust it to 18/6, but lots of things happened, like really bad things. Those were the times where I didn't care what would happen anymore and I neglected myself for weeks. But thankfully, here I am trying to be better. Don't be like me, kids. Always take care of your wellness, exercise, and have a proper diet, and you'll thank yourself in the future. Moving on to the last spread, which is the first weekly spread for the month. So for each page, I placed 4 boxes with a total of 8 boxes. I like having a section for my next week's events or important tasks. I wrote the days of the week in printed block font. I kinda messed up a bit, but that's okay. It doesn't have to be always perfect. Then I put drop shadows on each box. On the top part, I placed a mini calendar and highlighted which week I'm on for the spread. Then I drew some doodles on the empty spaces. If you want to know more about the rest of the spreads, make sure to follow me on my social media accounts. I usually live stream on my Facebook page. And to know this, I often post my live stream schedule on my Instagram story and on my Facebook page. And that's pretty much it. This must be the easiest theme I did so far. And I hope you enjoyed watching. Thank you so much for making it until the end of the video. Like, comment, or subscribe if you want to. And I'll see you on my next one. Bye!